All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. This is our September Suzuki SAS User Group UK and Ireland event. It's promoted, sponsored by Analytium and MySASteam. MySASteam, part of Analytium. We are SaaS services provider, working very closely with the SAS and Microsoft, providing all sorts of different SaaS and Viya services, hosting and deployment. And part of our offering and demonstration today, we have pleasure to have Stefan Stoyanov, Associate Data Scientist at MySASteam, who is going to be doing a live demo of SAS Viya 4, including the public access, where he will share how to access the software so you could log in and play around. Without further ado, Stefan, over to you.
Thank you, Vasily. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live demo session, where we'll discover some of the virtues of SAS Viya 4, the modern analytics platform in the cloud that helps a lot of enterprises to boost their productivity across the whole analytics lifecycle, and thus empowering them to scale the value of analytics that analytics can create for their business. Today, here are the topics that we'll cover in our session today. We'll start with a quick introduction of SAS Viya. Then we will demonstrate how you can seamlessly go through the different stages of the analytical lifecycle, from importing and preparing your data, through visually exploring data and building an interactive report, creating and comparing machine learning models and selecting the best performing one, and managing machine learning models in production. Today, in the next couple of hours, you will also have the chance to try the virtues of SAS Viya 4 hosted by Analytium. So without further ado, let's start with our intro to SAS Viya 4. So why SAS? At Analytium, we look at our efforts through the following lens: analytics for everyone and analytics everywhere. This is the only way to transform a world of data into a world of intelligence. Just imagine everyone in your organization is actively using data to make better decisions. We're entering actually a low-code, no-code era through drag-and-drop interfaces, and such technologies we're giving those who have ideas and deep business domain understanding the power to run various scenarios, to explore what-ifs, without always having to rely and go through IT or data scientists, assigned experts. And as for everywhere, we want to bring analytics wherever there is data, which means we need to enable analytics across all data environments and paradigms: on-premise, cloud, hybrid, through APIs in real time, in database or server, on edge. Why should you care about this? And you might have heard that data without analytics is value yet not realized. IDC estimates that on an average connected person will have about 4,800 interactions with connected devices by 2025 on a daily basis. So this gives you the chance to provide the right product or the best solution to make the engagement of your customers with your products not only frictionless but inspiring. But without some form of analytics behind those interactions, the value will be marginal at best. And who is everyone? SAS Viya enables data engineers, data scientists, statisticians, citizen data scientists, and business analysts to utilize analytical data preparation, variable transformations, exploratory analysis, analytical modeling, or integrated model comparison and scoring, all inside a single integrated, interactive, and state-of-the-art collaborative visual environment that provides fast in-memory processing for different tasks, and that empowers users to share their data, projects, and reports, thus increasing their productivity. Until now, all these different types of experts often must use different programming languages or products to manage the various tasks of a typical analytical pipeline. But complex fragmented process spread across different systems gives power just to a chosen few. And SAS Viya democratize data and analytics so everyone can make faster, more confident decisions. Viya will help you unify disparate technology skills and process with end-to-end capabilities powered by automated AI. SAS Viya is a powerful cloud-enabled in-memory analytics platform that supports faster, elastic, scalable, and fault-tolerant processing for huge amounts of data to address complex analytics challenges. In its unified environment, you can benefit from any basic and advanced analytics methods and algorithms you want to apply. Its superior AI automation, open source integration, and collaboration features accelerates all the phases in the analytical journey. And the main value, in fact, of SAS Viya is that it integrates all necessary solutions for executing the entire analytics lifecycle at scale. Here you can see all the steps in the SAS analytics lifecycle. First, you import, prepare, and explore data. Then you build and test a model. After that, you put it into production. For this purpose, you register and deploy the model so business users can build their fact-based decisions using the insights delivered by the model. In this way, SAS Viya helps you to operationalize the output of your models and empower you to take actions and get the results that accelerate the value generated by your business. Moreover, SAS Viya enables you to seamlessly monitor and assess the performance of your models over time. And when needed, as a result of changed customer behavior, for example, SAS Viya helps you to quickly and efficiently retrain them or replace them with new models which reflect the changed situation. In this way, SAS Viya empowers you to always sustain competitive advantage and accelerate your business value. Today, I will provide you with a holistic overview of some of the foundational tools of SAS Viya that empowers you to boost the productivity of your teams across the entire analytic lifecycle. This enables you to increase the value delivered by your analytic projects. SAS Visual Data Mining and Machine Learning consists of data mining tools that enable you to build and put into production predictive models. It also empowers you to easily combine the analysis of structured and unstructured data for maximum insights from the data. And before we start with our live demo, here are the URL and the credentials you will need to access our SAS Viya 4 platform, so you can try it yourself. After you provide the username and password, you can choose to log in as a SAS administrator. This gives you more power and control over the platform, including the right to access and change its configuration. So please be careful not to change any configurations that will cause performance issues for the rest of the users. You can also upload your own data, but please do not upload any sensitive data. The platform will be available for 2 hours, so whenever you feel ready to explore it within this time window, please log in and enjoy. And during our demo, I will try to show you how you can prepare quickly, efficiently your data in a visual drag and drop interface. Also, how you can visually explore the relationship in trends in your data, and how you can build easily and compare and choose the best performing machine learning model. Now I need to change sharing my other screen. So I'll stop share this screen and I'll go and open my browser. Here we go. Share. All right, I hope you can see now my browser. I'm already logged in SAS Viya, and I'm in SAS Data Explorer. This is where you can start with the import of your data and explore some of the metadata about your data. Let me quickly show you how you can do this. So you have your data sources. Here we have our CAS server, and we have different libraries with different data, we have in the available tab, these are the data sets that are loaded into memory, so you can very quickly and fast process a huge amount of data. And you can go to the import tab and just click on the plus button, and you can upload data from a directory on your SAS Viya environment or folders, or you can import local files. Even you can create from connection. You can connect your SAS Viya environment to different places where your data resides. For example, you can create a CASLib from your file system in your SAS Viya or DNFS or HDFS, or you can connect to a database and okay. I'm trying to click now on the database. I think I'm lagging because of my internet connection. Okay, so here you can choose from a very rich pool of different databases, Azure, Teradata, a single store, Postgres, and so on, Hadoop. And then you just provide some details about the connection to your database, and you connect SAS Viya with your database. All right, so here I already imported one data set that we're going to use for the demo, HMEQ. It is a data that about loans applications of users who have applied for a loan, and actually it's a database about users who have a loan, and it provides information whether the loan is bad or no. And we are going to use this data set to predict if a new applicant for a loan will be a good customer, or he will probably default his loan. So I can click from actions. By the way, before I do this, to show you on the left side, you have a burger menu like that shows all the actions that your SAS administrator configured for you that you can implement within SAS Viya. So you can go through all the different phases of the analytical lifecycle without leaving SAS Viya, from importing data, preparing data, exploring visual and building models, managing models, and even creating SAS code and so on. So I can choose from here actions, and I can start with preparing my data. This will take me to SAS Data Studio. This is the click and point, drag and drop interface of SAS Viya, where you can prepare data. Now, first you can see some details about your data, how many columns, row size, who has created the data, when was last modified, and so on. You can see all the different transforms that you can use to prepare your data, from column transforms, data quality transforms. You can append and join data, or even you can add row transforms such as analytical partitioning. And if I double click on this transform, it will appear below the table, and here I can name the new column. I can choose the methods stratify or sample random, for example, and I can choose a variable on which my partitioning will be based. I will choose the bed variable, and then you can divide the data into training, validation, and test. For example, I'll choose just training and validation without test. And you can add even your SAS code here. So you're not limited only to visual interface, but you can also add custom code to prepare your data. And here is one button called Get Suggestion, which will allow you to. This is another cool feature of SAS Viya. If you want, you can get suggestions and SAS Viya behind the scene using its artificial intelligence and automation features. Will provide you with suggestion what transforms will be suitable for your data. It will assess your data. Now let's say we added this transform, and we're ready to. We don't need to add more transforms, and I can first validate my plan. It runs without errors, and now I can run the plan. It will take a few seconds, maybe a minute, while we're on the call because of the internet connection. And now, after the plan runs successfully, I can choose to save the plan, and you can give it a name. You can choose a folder where you can save it. Let's say now just in my folder, in a demo folder, and you can choose to save only the plan or both the table and the plan. And you can choose the place where you want to save your plan and your data. Your data. I will save it in my CAS library. I'll click on save, and after that, very seamlessly, without leaving this environment, you can go to the next stage of the analytics cycle. By the way, I just wanted to show you that actually, if you want, you can download the log of this data preparation plan, or you can download it as a code. So this is how powerful SAS Viya is. You can work in the visual interface, but you can also download this data preparation plan as a code. And what is cool about data plans is that once you save this data plan, now it is saved and you can share it with your colleagues in your team's co-workers, so they can use it wherever there is a suitable data or a similar data, or just the same data but updated after some time. So you can create this data plan, and many users can use it, and just with clicking the run button, and in seconds they will prepare their data. With this saves a lot of time in the data preparation process, and accelerates the collaboration across the teams. Now, from the saved table, I can choose action, and from the saved table, I can choose to explore and visualize my data. This will take me to SAS Visual Analytics. This is a very powerful application in SAS Viya, where you can explore data, you can create dashboards, you can create reports, and after that share the whole report, or different pages of the report, or different objects with practically anyone. So what you see in the center is your canvas where you build your report. On the left side, you have several buttons. The first one is the data, and you can see instantly the data that you're working with. and you see your data grouped by into categorical data variables and measure data variables. You see the unique levels and values for the category values. For example, you see the job variable has 7 unique values. You can click here to add more data, or just to refresh or to replace your data. So you can combine more data sets into one to build one report, one dashboard. And below the data tab, you have the objects. By the way, here you can create different new data items in visual analytics, like hierarchies, geography data items, parameters, interaction effect, spline effect, and so on. In the objects tab, you see this huge pool of different objects that allows you to practically build any type of dashboards and derive endless insights from your data interactively. So you have different graphs, you have different geomaps, you have different controls, so you can use them to filter and narrow your analysis to different segments of your data. You have different automated analytics like prediction forecasting or path analysis, network analysis. You can use different containers to group your objects to create your different layouts of the dashboards. And even you can incorporate through data-driven content open source like JavaScript graphs, and you can also use SAS Visual Statistics to build some linear regression models or decision trees, and some visual data mining and machine learning model, including forest, gradient boosting neural networks, support vector machine. What I wanted to show you below is that you can use below the canvas, you can start from a ready template, or you can create even your custom templates and reshare with your colleagues. So this is a really good collaboration feature again, so you can more quickly build your reports. And if I click, for example, on this third template, I can populate it into the canvas. And now I can add some data here. For example, I can start with this pie chart and add my, let me have a look first in my data. Okay, so my data bet variable is measure because it has 1 and 0 as values, but I can change it quickly into a categorical variable because it is a categorical variable. And now I can assign a data to this pie chart. I can select my bet variable, and you can see the distribution of the bet variable. So the proportion of bet loans, 1,000 and almost 200 to 4,000 and almost 800, which are not bad loans. I can assign some filters here. For example, let's say the reason for defaulting. I see some missing values. I can filter them on the right side. You have filters, and I can choose the reason variable and exclude the missing values. And I can assign data to this list, for example, with the jobs. So I can see the different jobs. I also have here some missing values. I'll filter them. And now I want to show you one more feature here. You have the suggestion button. So again, SAS Viya behind the scenes, it's artificial intelligence assess your data and suggest different visualizations, different graphs that you can add to your report. You can refresh this until you find something suitable, or you can add more variables, more graphs, and let's see if we can find something suitable here. I can refresh it again, and for example, let's say I like this graph here. I just drag and drop it here, and it will populate the canvas here. So after that, you can add some actions to your between your graphs. The easiest way to add automated actions. And if I, for example, want to see what is the distribution of bad variable between for office job type and for sales type, you see that the other graphs in the dashboard change. So this is how you can narrow your analysis and find different, come to a different insights interactively. I want to show you another cool feature of SAS Visual Analytics. In the analytics pane, or actually from the data pane, if I click on the right click on the bet variable, I can say explain on a new page. And when I click this explain on a new page, SAS Viya automatically creates this page for us, and it explains which are the factors that are most related to bad loan, which are the factors that mostly influence a loan to be bad, and or not to default. From the right side, you can choose your we're experiencing some technical issues with Zoom. We dropped again. I can share my screen again.
Yeah, it seems to be back. I'm not sure what's going on, but seems to be some sort of a fault.
All right. Here we see the different factors that influence our bet variable, and I just added a high and low groups, which explain for this variable, for the selected variable from the bar chart above. For example, if I take loan, it will explain if loan is less than 51K and including other factors, then the chances for bad loan are more than 80%. And also it explains with such what factors there is less chance for defaulting. Actually, behind the scenes, SAS Viya creates different decision tree models to come with these factors and to provide you with these high and low groups that explain whether some loan has great chance or low chance to default. And on the right side, you see the relation between the bad target variable and the selected factor, in this case loan. What is the distribution for the different size of loan between defaulted and not defaulted loan. From here, I can duplicate this on a new page as a more advanced statistical model. And let's say we want to create a decision tree. I'll click on the decision tree, and this will create a decision tree model on a new page. Now you can see how instantly, for just seconds, SAS Viya automatically created this decision tree, where you can see interactively explore the decision tree. It leaves. You can zoom in, zoom out, so you can see the statistics of the different nodes and the decisions that the split decisions there. You can see on the right side the variable importance, which are the most important predictors for defaulting or not defaulting. You can see confusion matrix. You can choose change this confusion matrix to lift or to ROC. By the way, from the option from the rows, okay, we have the partition indicator. You can see here that we added in our data preparation plan. And now I can choose from a huge pool of fit statistics to assess my model. So for example, I can change the validation KSU gene to misclassification rate event. Validation misclassification rate event. And you can see that this model wrongly predicts the outcome in almost 12% of the cases. And now, if I open the options menu on the right side, you can see very well listed all the different parameters of the decision tree model. So you can easily adjust and change quickly the different parameters of the model. And you can see when I change, for example, the maximum branches, how interactively will the decision tree change on the left side. So you can interactively see how changing some parameters reflects the performance of your decision tree model. There's one cool feature here of the decision in the options. You can choose to auto-tune your model. This means this will save you a lot of time. So you can choose the maximum minutes, the maximum number of models that you can have with the auto-tuning, and you can choose different parameters that you can include into the hyperparameter auto-tuning. After you, I will choose just okay, 1.5 minutes. And if I click auto-tune, this will the AI automated features of SAS Viya will start assessing your data and will try to come up with the optimal combinations of hyperparameters to improve your validation misclassification rate. So you can save time in finding the best model. But Of course, after auto-tuning, you can continue play with the different parameters of the decision tree. Now I can even go and duplicate this on another page as for example, gradient boosting model. I did it accidentally on the same page, but I can move it on another page very easily, so you can see it better. And now again, you can adjust the parameters of the gradient boosting model. There's another cool feature here. You can compare models. If I find it in the under SAS Visual Statistics, I can drag and drop this on a new page, model comparison, and I can select the models that I want to compare. I have two models, so I'll select both of them, and I'll click OK. And SAS Visual Analytics automatically will compare your models based on the chosen fit statistics. In this case, Eugene validation statistics chooses the gradient boosting model as a better performing model. We just explored some of the automated features of SAS Viya and SAS Visual Analytics, but you can take your analysis a step further, so you can have more control over the preparation of your machine learning models. And you can create a pipeline, which will move us to SAS Model Studio. Let's click on create a pipeline and add it to a new project. And this will create a pipeline based on all the preparations that we just have done until now, and including the model that we just created. It will take a few minutes, I guess, to open SAS Model Studio. Not even minutes, maybe just a minute. You see here, it is opening SAS Model Studio. It creates the project, and it will open it just in a minute. So you see how we seamlessly went through importing data, preparing data, visually exploring data, building some statistical models, and now we go in SAS Model Studio to continue our advanced analytics work, where we can build much more models in interactive pipelines, a visual representation of a data analytics machine learning flow. You will see it just in a minute. It is loading. While it is loading, I can show you that you can add add new pipeline. You click on the plus button and you add choose whatever name you want and some description. Usually you can describe what type of algorithms you're using in your pipeline. You can start from a blank template, or you can browse from a pool of templates that are in a repository called the Exchange. And you can change, you can use from predefined templates by SAS. You have basic templates for class and interval table target. You have intermediate, you have advanced, you have feature engineering template. And if we start from a basic template for a target variable, I can click on this. And I select OK. And I will save it. By the way, let's see. Here is the interactive model pipeline that was generated from Visual Analytics. Every pipeline starts with data and ends with a model comparison. We have all the visual data preparation as a node here, and the gradient boosting model as our champion model. On the left side, you will see all the different analytical data mining and machine learning tasks that you can include in your machine learning flow. From data mining pre-processing, you have a lot of different tasks that you can include: anomaly detection, clustering, imputation. Even you can add text mining, so you can combine very easily supervised learning with text mining. You can add transformation. Here are the nodes for the supervised learning, and you can see the different type of nodes are colored in different, have different color. A lot of advanced analytic algorithms like decision tree, Bayesian networks, gradient boosting forests, neural networks, SVM. You can add even ensemble model that will enable you to combine the other models that you include in your pipeline to try in attempt to come with a best performing model. You have nodes which allows you to add even SAS code or open source code like R and Python code. Let's see our basic pipeline. By the way, here you see again just data imputation, logic, logistic regression, and model comparison. All right, I will run these two pipelines, and I will add one more pipeline here. Let's say this time I will choose feature engineering template, or maybe advanced template for class target. All right, class target. Let's see what it looks like. So you see that it has some data preprocessing nodes and a lot of supervised learning nodes. So you can easily compare a lot of different algorithms in one, in just one pipeline. And at the end, we have ensemble that creates a new model by taking a function of the posterior probabilities for multiple models. So in the end, a model comparison. So once I run the pipeline, after that, SAS Viya automatically compares all the models and chooses the champion model. And we will see in the model comparison results. By the way, to show you just one more thing here, you can actually add different nodes, additional nodes to your pipeline, and after that, you can save it to the exchange by clicking the exchange, this repository where you can save data pipelines or different nodes. And when I click save it in this repository, then you will see it. This is the repository, the exchange. You see templates for different type of nodes, or templates for different type of nodes for data mining, machine learning, forecasting, or text analytics. I'm developing machine learning models, and you see here at the end the pipeline that I just saved here. In this way, this pipeline can be accessed by your teammates. This is another cool collaboration feature and that you can use in SAS Model Studio. So once a model, data mining machine learning pipeline is created, it can be used by many users and in different projects. Let's go back to our project. And before this pipeline is finished, let me show you one more thing. You can select a pipeline template, but you can select to automatically generate the pipeline, which means that you can use again the AI of SAS Viya to assess your data, and based on the characteristic of your data, SAS Model Studio will come with a suggestion for a pipeline that generates the one of the best performing models possibly. So here you can choose advanced settings, and you can choose what type of algorithms to consider or to necessarily include in your automated pipeline, and you can choose how to sample your data in the pipeline. Okay, so I'll run this automation for 1 minute. You can choose to run it for more time. Of course, more time means a better pipeline, but for the purpose of our demo to save data, we'll just run it for 1 minute. Meanwhile, let's see the results of our advanced data machine learning pipeline for a target variable. Here we have the neural network, and if you click on it on the right side, you will see all the different settings and parameters that you can adjust for your neural network algorithm before you run the pipeline. Actually, I forgot this. And you can see that you can again choose to do some auto tuning, and actually I can do this now. Just to see also one cool feature here. In SAS Viya, in Model Studio, you can use the model interpretability feature. So you can not only use neural models like algorithms like neural network to build really well performing models, but also to explain how these models perform, so you can comply with any regulations related to machine learning ethics and transparency. You can choose global interpretability models like variable importers or PD plots, or some local interpretability plots. Let's select all of them, and line tables. Now let's run the pipeline again. So this feature is very cool because before, neural networks and other models were considered as black boxes. They perform well, but you can't explain and justify why they performed in this way. And with more regulations across different industries, you need to be able to explain how and why these neural network models are perform in a certain way and come to different insights, conclusions, or predictions. So let's run the, it's running now, the automatically generated pipeline. This pipeline is almost ready. By the way, let's open the results of the logistic regression in this pipeline. I just right click on it and I can see the results here. So in the summary, you can see the t-values by parameter. You can see the parameter estimates in different other tables. You can see the node score code, the path score code. You can see the properties of the model here, and you can see the output data. Let's go back meanwhile and see if we can see the results from the other pipeline. It is still running. It is creating now the ensemble model, and the neural network goes through the auto-tuning of the neural network. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat, and Vasily can tell me what questions we have.
We don't have any questions for you. We had some questions about the ETL pipelines, scheduling, a couple others that I have answered in the chat. There's no other outstanding questions at the moment.
Okay, we just need to wait a few more minutes for the neural network to finish and the automatically generated pipeline. Meanwhile, I can show the model comparison, although we have only one model here. But if I right click on the model comparison node, and we can see the results, and it will open a table for model comparison of different models. Based on different statistics, you can expand this table, and you see that there are many fit statistics that are generated for the model here. And because it's just one model, it is considered a champion model of this pipeline. But otherwise, if there were more models, you could see all of them in this table. So our automated pipeline was successfully run, and now actually I can show you the results, for example, of the gradient boosting model. In the summary, you can see different assessment plots, like the average square error plot, or misclassification rate, or log loss. You can expand this. And what is cool here, I wanted to show you that SAS Viya generates automatic description of this graph. So even users who are not very technical can understand the plot and analyze the performance of the model. You see the variable importance, again plot, and the score output and other important graphing tables. If I close here, close this, the results of this node. Now I can go to model comparison, and you can see how SAS Viya automatically compared all these different models and selected the champion model. You see that the gradient boosting model was selected as a champion based on the KS Eugene fit statistic, which is 0.8, not bad. And you can see the assessment graphs of the for the different models, and you see different lift graphs, ROC accuracy, F1 score. You can actually download the raw data or the formatted data here, and you can expand again, and you can compare to display the ROC for all models, or just for one model, to select the model, or just for one partition, the train or the validate. Very interactively, you can explore and assess the performance of the different models. While we are waiting for the neural network to finish, you can see the pipeline comparison tab. So not only SAS Viya compares the models of one pipeline, but it compares the models across all pipelines. And here you see the gradient boosting model from the SAS automatically generated pipeline was chosen for a champion model across all pipelines of your project. And you can see the error plot for this model, the variable importance again, and other tables and graphs, assessment graphs and plots. Now, once you have the champion model of your project, you can register it by clicking register models. So you can put it into production. It will be registered in the model repository of that you have. I'll click OK. And it's registering the model. So you can put it into production, or you can score it against unseen data before you put it into production. And when it's registered, we can assess the performance of this model while it's in production through SAS Model Manager. And now, without again leaving this interface, I can click on the three dots on the right side of the table, and I can click Manage Models, which will take me to SAS Model Manager. Here you can see the different models. Because we just started, we have just one model. You can see the different files that you can use for scoring your model into production. You can see the different variables, input and output variables. You can see the different versions of your model. You can see even more properties about the model. From models, you can go to projects, and you can see how many projects you have, how many projects per operational status, project per model function, and from here you can click on again on the project to open it. you see the model here. And if I click on the model, I can go to scoring actually, and I can test my model before I put it into production. For example, if I click on new test, and I can choose unseen data, for example. Actually, I don't have unseen data here in this environment right now, but this is how you can do it. If I choose the data that I want in order to assess the performance of my model, I can go in my available datas and select the one that I want and click OK. And now I can run this, click the run button. And it will test how my model performs against new data. It says that the scoring test was successful. And if you click on results, you can see the results. So you can see the output from the test, and you can see the probability for a bad loan for each observation here, which is very useful, so you can build your business decisions. I think we're quite out of time, so just to conclude, you saw how easily we can go through all the different phases of the analytical cycle, from importing data through exploring the data, preparing the data, building reports, creating models, comparing them, and registering model for production, and how you can assess the performance and manage the models. Over to you, Vasily.
Thank you very much, Stefan. You're right. We are quite a bit out of date. On schedule, we're 20 plus minutes, but the cluster is up for 2 hours. We have some time, so it was worthwhile doing a bit more of a demo with all the questions in the chat have been answered. I would like to still open up to the floor, see if anybody else have any questions. You can unmute yourself and ask the questions.
And also you have plenty of time now to explore SAS Viya on your own, to try the different features that we just demonstrated.
That's absolutely true. We'll finish the call in a couple of minutes, but the cluster is still going to be running for about another half an hour or so, and then we will bring it down. So feel free to use it in any way you like it. It doesn't look like we have any more questions in the chat. Stefan, thank you very much. Excellent demo, very detailed, very comprehensive from very beginning to the very end. It was great to see such a deep understanding of Viya and the comprehensive demonstration. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vasily, and I hope it was helpful for our audience.
Thank you, Stefan. It was certainly interesting to me as a first time seeing this. I've got a much better understanding now. Thank you.